Hello. Hi. Things look a little different if you've been here before. Gooba has resituated my desk situation. This is not how the final product will be. Hey Lufizra, thanks for coming. But I am facing a different direction. I got a new desk that can stand, which, with me being... No, it's not a new apartment yet, no. I got a standing desk, and I made Gooba set it up. When we didn't have time to take apart my old desk, which is still here. This is my old desk, but I'm on my new desk, so that's why it looks different. I'm facing a different direction. Hopefully you can hear me. The mic is in a different spot, so let me know if anything is weird. But I've got, my Moon Lake poster here, and I've got Vegeta and a moonlight, and then my treadmill, which I also plan on setting up underneath my desk. Because the thing is I do taxes for a living, and when it's busy season, I am at the computer for up to like 15 hours a day. So that, in combination with my hobby being video games and streaming, is I really need a desk I can stand and even work out at, with any luck. So, and I was too impatient. I did not want to wait for the new apartment to set up my stuff, except for the desk genius. I saw so much on like TikTok about people like, oh, it's life-changing. I'm like, yes, sign me up. So, sounds great. Thank you for telling me, Lufizra. I appreciate the feedback. But yeah, what else? Yeah, so standing desk. It's really cool. It's a little pricier, but I think it was about the same price as the desk I have back here that doesn't stand. So, but this one also has a bookshelf. I don't know. I think it's worth it. But yeah, here I am. I haven't streamed in weeks. It's been weeks. I don't even know when the last time I streamed was, because Cuba and I both had COVID. We are both feeling better. He still has a pretty intense lingering cough. The cough comes and goes for me, but the most annoying lingering side effect is just fatigue, and I can't smell or taste a lot, which is, gotta love that right when pumpkin spice season starts. I've had two pumpkin cold brews from Starbucks, and I've barely tasted either of them. Fatigue is no joke. Yeah, I don't do much, which is another reason I'm really excited to start getting my steps in at my desk, because I need to get back active, get the old heart pumping again, get some cardio health going, which is importante. But yeah, it's been forever since I've streamed. Yeah, especially I love food so much. Way too much. So it's a bummer. I can't taste much of anything. You know what's really weird and sad? I love buffalo sauce and hot sauce specifically. I love it so much, and it kind of tastes weird and kind of unsettling in a way. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but my taste is different. The stuff that I can taste. But hopefully that won't last too long. My mom still says she has lingering effects with taste and smell. And it's been forever since she had COVID. So hopefully I'm not like her in that respect. My mom's a lovely lady. I love to be just like my mom, but in that respect, hopefully I'm not just like her. But I'm probably gonna need y'all's help with this Nancy game because it has been a while since I played. When I was setting everything up and testing everything, I saw that I saved the save file as like it was the name of the next puzzle we need to work on. So shout out past me for thinking that far ahead. I'm a real one. So that should help, like a starting point. But otherwise, thank God I chose junior detective, so we have task list, we can see where we're at, all that stuff. For some people it does, for some it doesn't. Hopefully you get better soon. Thank you. Yeah, I'm like 94%. I'm gonna say 94. Excuse me. But yeah, other than that lingering cough for Gooba, he's 100%. And if you caught him playing, he streamed last Tuesday. He played Mortuary Assistant. I know Lafiza was there. Beezus popped in for a second. It was so funny to watch him. Poor guy had a tough time sleeping that night. So he watched the VOD. He was so mad at the end. Oh my gosh. It was like one of my favorite streams I've ever seen Gooba play, and he will never again play that game. I was impressed too. I swore, when he says he's gonna quit something, he's gonna quit it. So I was so shocked. He was like, okay, I'm gonna call it. And I was like, no, keep going. And he actually did. Oh my gosh. I was so proud of him. I'm gonna play it. I will. Because we bought it. So we did pay money for it. So we're gonna get our money's worth. If I have to do it, I will take one for the team. I will play it. We actually, before he streamed on Tuesday, we tested it out, and I was playing it, and it got me a few times. It really did. I want him to know that, like, I know it wasn't all that fun for him, but it was honestly such a fun game to watch. It really was. I kept telling him, I was like, this was your best stream. You were so entertaining to watch. I had such, like, I was supposed to be working while he was streaming, and I could not take my eyes off his stream. It was so fun to watch. The VOD had you laughing. Yeah, it was so funny. Oh, that one's absolutely going on YouTube once we get our stuff together. But yeah, speaking of YouTube, there's that. I'm gonna drop our link tree as well. Yeah, if you know, if you don't know, we also do YouTube. That's how we started this whole thing, with our YouTube stuff. I do a lot of Instagram stuff as well. What else? We have a Discord that I'm trying to start. I never want to be uncomfortable, but also more please. Yeah. I don't think we'll see him. So he will sit by me when I play it, but I don't think we're gonna see him controlling the game anymore. Poor guy. Yeah, he had a tough time. Understood. Yeah. But there will be more on our channel. more Mortuary Assistant. What else? Work's getting pretty busy for both of us. It's been super busy for Gooba, but it's starting to get busy for me. It's gonna be busy until the middle of October. So if you see less of us on like our Instagram stories and stuff, that's why. It's extension time, or well, it's whatever. It's tax busy season. So if you see a little bit less of us, that's why. I think we're gonna try to keep our 2 streams a week. We're definitely gonna keep uploading every Thursday on YouTube. How dare you have a live feed on us? I know, I'm so sorry. We have to eat? What? Yeah. Unfortunately, our Twitch payout has been $0 thus far. No, it's we do it all for fun. Hey DJ Twin Gamers. Welcome. I was just hanging out with Oh, thank you for the sub, Pocket Potato. Butter Brother. Yeah, but I was just hanging out with DJ Twin Gamers watching Baby Pidge play Cult of the Lamb, which is a super fun looking game. I want to get it. Butter Brother, yeah. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for subbing. What else? Maybe I'll do our little shout outs. It looks so cute, but also like creepy, but creepy in a cute way. Let's do our shout outs. Gooba is at work tonight. So, just little Jetpack the mod. We're playing The Sims, playing Fall Guys. Fall Guys is something I have not gotten into yet. And now that it's free, I don't have an excuse. Oops, out of space. Hell yeah. Oh, warnings at Waverly Academy. I have some saucy opinions about warnings at Waverly Academy. And by saucy, I mean I just don't like it. I know it's a lot of people's favorites, but I just... Not mine. Not mine. We have yet to play it on stream. We were going to do it after work, but we ended up crashing. Totally understandable. Like, it's so hard to work a full-time job and then find the time to be a content creator. It's so tough. So, totally understandable. I would absolutely watch if you all played it, though. Need to play Fall Guys. You can join us when we finally play it. I did not like the US map puzzle. Yeah, especially not living in the US. That one's a little tougher. It's even tougher for me. And I've lived in the US my whole life, so I'm supposed to know that. Yeah, Fall Guys, I've seen Gooba play it like once, maybe. I feel that I've been so exhausted after work I never have time to get on here. Yeah, absolutely fair. Like with my job, I have the ability to lurk with Twitch and watch it, and even that, it's like engaging with chat, it'll take a lot out of you. So, totally understandable. Map puzzle would hard. It was. I feel like, especially the smaller northeastern states, they all kind of blur for me. You normally don't live after first round or two, but it's still fun. Yeah. Excuse me. Hiccups. Yeah, I think I might have like played one round, maybe. But I know if I did, I didn't get far. I also want to try my luck with watching streams on my days where I'm the only person there. I mean, as long as you get your work done, as long as you can focus on your work and have it just going on the background, it shouldn't be a problem, right? But every employer is different. So, you know, like people listen to podcasts at work, they listen to music. So there's like the interactive portion of Twitch, but as long as you don't let it like get in the way of getting your job done, you should be fine. Front desk don't have much responsibility. Fair. Yeah. That's fair. You cheated on a couple puzzles at the end for what? The silverware puzzle for Waverly? The puzzles are part of the reason I don't like that game. Because they aren't easy. They are not. The silverware puzzle's tough. The map can be pretty tough. I dislike piano puzzles. No. That's not fun for me either. Either wait for the phone to ring or wait for someone to walk in the door. I just started reading books on my phone. Yeah. See, it's the same thing. Like reading, you have to actively like read, so you should be able to just watch Twitch. The US map, the valve puzzle, the metal thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. The Poe books, yeah. Silver, yeah. Cause like, there's just, it's too much. And then like the way they describe some of the silverware, they're like, oh, it's a long knife with a wide base. And then it's like, you gotta give me more than that. Some of their descriptors are like super subjective almost. You have a goal to play all the Nancy Drew games on Senior without using any walkthrough. Well, it's good to have goals. Good luck with that. I know, like, personally, I probably could do Senior if I wasn't streaming, but there's something about streaming while playing the games that just, it knocks out half your brain cells. I don't know what it is. Like, all of a sudden I can't read, I can't solve anything. It's bad when the whole office is quiet and I don't have a headset. Yeah, that's true. I like the story and characters, but not the puzzles. Story for Waverly, I don't mind. The characters, if they are intentionally making them, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? Like really hard, unpalatable? If the goal was to make the characters unpalatable, then they did a really good job, in my opinion. You gotta do whatever's fun for you too. Exactly. Exactly. Me when the sun stage fright. Yep. Snack shop is good. I do like the snack shop. Do enjoy that. But yeah. Enough with the other Nancys. Maybe we can still talk about other Nancy, but I'm gonna start this Nancy. Tomb of the Lost Queen. Let's see. Una momento. Let's see. That's not it. Where's my Nancy overlays? Please excuse me while I try to figure out what I'm doing with my life. Let's queen it up. Yes. Yes, queen. The cliches, the judgment. Yeah, that's what I don't like. Let me know if the sound is too loud over me. But yeah, Waverly, just like, I was always bullied in school, and it wasn't even like active bullying. It was just people would ignore me. Like I was the Kareem kind of, where people just like didn't want anything to do with me just because I was new. So that game kind of like brings that up for me. I'm like, no thanks. I'll play a different Nancy that makes me happy. Okay. So, see, I did a favor for myself and did 4-coin puzzle, which is this. Yeah, you were bullied. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, it's like I play Nancy Drews to kind of escape, kind of relax. You know, I don't want to be reminded of bad memories. Okay, so with all of them up, is there like a hint? Excuse me. Oh, that's not the right way. Okay, so this is the head one, right? I'd assume. With the head, the monkey. That's gotta be the dog, and then the falcon. I don't remember what we're supposed to do. I think it's supposed to make stairs. Why the intense music? Please calm down. I went too far, didn't I? No, I didn't.
Nancy, hi.
Okay.
How well do you know Lily?
I like Lily. She's not a friend to the cause, but I can look past that.
Friend to the cause?
You know, rolling out the red carpet for our celestial others.
Oh, that.
I've been trying to teach her about the true purpose of the hidden tombs, but she's not receptive.
Earlier, you said true purpose of the
She literally
tombs.
just said
What
it.
did you mean?
The Anunnaki had much to teach us. Too much. They hid the secrets on Earth. And when we master all these lessons, they will return to the temples and they will take the most enlightened among us with them.
What will happen to everyone else?
But for those who do not pass the test, there will be war and famine. The Earth's rage will overcome them and they will fall. The blue light of the Earth will go dim in the night sky.
Oh my.
That is bleak.
I know, right? That is why I tried to get Lily to embrace the Anunnaki. She does not care.
That reminds me, I saw an article today that was like, oh, the ultra rich are, you know, buying bunkers, investing in technology that'll help them survive the end of days, blah, blah, blah. It's like literally anything, but pay taxes and help people, help the world not end because of, you know, like global warming and stuff. It's like they would rather build a post-apocalyptic society for themselves and their families than to help like humankind. I don't know. It's just like
Bye.
it's
Until later.
you have to laugh so you don't cry. Cause like what are you gonna do in this little like post-apocalyptic thing you've built? Cause it's just gonna be your family, right? How are you gonna like make future generations? Oh, it's position. You don't turn them. How am I supposed to know what position I go in?
Haven't done. Can't check that.
Check.
Can't check that. Still have to do that.
Okay, we need to snoop in Jamila's bag. Find the missing piece from the... I don't even know what that is. Open the sarcophagus. Don't we have enough? Wasn't this enough? Find out everything
Haven't
about
done
Dylan. Figure out who the four sons of Horus were. Or the antiquities
Still
tent.
have to do that.
Snoop in the bunks. Find the burial chamber. Neat. Having pizza for breakfast while watching stream. It's the life. Heck yeah. Is it breakfast pizza or is it like pizza? Positions are mentioned in a note. Okay, I'm gonna look. Can we translate the panel? Maybe it says baboon with an arrow. Ooh, that would be like which one would this? Oh, what's... Oh. It looks like it would say something, doesn't it? Dang. Did that do anything? Okay. Let's look at the notes. Start with the notes. The tomb within, sealed behind her titles, acknowledge them fully with no gaps from left to right. That has to do with that other puzzle. What other notes we have? We have a map. Excuse me. Oh, maybe this has something to do with it. Just pizza? Nice. Yeah, because there's this gas station near us. Well, not near us, but like in our area that they make breakfast pizza. You know, Jackal goes here, etc., etc. Yeah, man with head of Jackal. That would be really helpful. Falcon looking thing, a foot, and a something. What was I looking at? This. Falcon. This guy. Look at this little chicken wing. Look at this cute little chicken wing. Yep, Casey's. That's right. It's Casey's. You're not usually a pizza person, but it's pretty good pizza. Asian flavors. That's interesting. Chicken wing foot. Do we have a chicken wing foot? I don't see anything. Oh no, that looks more like a vulture, doesn't it? Vulture foot. A bird, and then a foot. I don't see it. I like remember. I remember you were supposed to like twist these. So I think it's a 2-part puzzle. Like part 1, find where they go. Part 2, twist them. Oops. Well, let me try it. Let me try this. Okay, Nancy. Nancy. There we go.
I need to figure out what these symbols mean before I do anything.
Can you imagine being invited on a dig? You have like 0 archaeological I don't know what the word is. Egyptian knowledge. And you're just messing around. Just like toss the lid of this centuries old sarcophagus and you're like poking around. Can you imagine? I don't remember where they were mentioned, but I remember the human or the dog was referred to as a hunter. Okay, good to know. Guess and check, yeah. That's my least favorite type of puzzle. The heavens. Okay, the something. It's O or I. I'm gonna go O. Goddess, probably? No. Something. Okay, the something of something. Something. The reveal. Okay. Scene. In real, Nancy is above the law and stuff as we know it. She really is. In real life, she would have been tossed out so quickly. So quickly. Protection. Check. Show. The procession of gods begins. The reveal. Seek, probably. Them out.
I need to figure out what this means.
Procession of gods begins the reveal. Seek them out under the protection of the heavens.
It won't budge. Must be locked.
It's locked. Okay.
My dictionary could help translate that.
But this... No.
It looks like something is missing.
Wait, does this burn? No, we picked that off the wall, didn't we? Hunter. You think it's like written above? Can we translate that? No. Excuse me. Is there something like on the columns that might tell us? I think this should have been the first game, which causes the curse of all the gnarly Nancy deaths in the following games. That's so fitting. So fitting. I'm actually working on, well, I use the word working on very loosely. I am loosely working on a YouTube video that kind of goes over my theory as to like Nancy's deaths and all that stuff. I'm excited about that one. I've got some fun ideas. Haven't Nancy's death always been quite gnarly though? She got squished by the lift and treasure in the tower. Yeah, totally. So I'm saying this should have been the first game. Yep. So like Tomb triggered all of the unfortunate events that happened to Nancy going forward. If it were the first one.
Yes.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
Makes sense.
Well, hello.
Hi.
What do you think of Lily?
She's definitely my type.
What do you mean?
Cute, interesting, and not interested. Just like my last girlfriend. Very driven. PhD student, probably has a cramped apartment full of dehydrated plants. She's probably going to come off a little rough-edged.
I think she's into you, bro.
Goodbye.
Come back anytime.
I think she's very into you.
What happened here? Where's all of the water?
What happened?
Rats. I needed that water to
Rats.
stay alive.
The way Nancy says that. Rats, I needed that to live. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
I know that when life gives you lemons, you're supposed to make lemonade. But when there's no water, you're back to just having lemons.
Whoever cut the water is insane. Yeah,
Who would be crazy enough to do this on purpose?
exactly. The way she says, like, they're talking about Jamila like she's insane. She's like, who would be crazy enough?
It's all gone. Oh, the tank is empty. It's all gone. Oh, the tank is empty.
Okay, I think
All
that's
gone.
all she says. But yeah, it's all over the ground. Oh yeah, and I couldn't get this dang checklist thing off my list because it keeps saying that I need to look at something in here.
I bet I could translate that.
But I thought I looked at everything.
Hello.
Did you see who destroyed our water supply?
Someone did what?
So, that's a no? Do you have any idea why someone would
Nuts,
do
water's gone.
No one would be stupid enough to do that.
You don't understand how Dylan can't go in the tomb because he isn't allowed, but somehow Jamila's allowed. Yeah, I don't know. It makes no sense. And, like, even Abdullah kicked Jamila out once already. Like, did he give up? I don't think it would be in his personality to just give up. He would continuously kick her out.
I need your help distracting Lily.
Why?
I just do.
What's in it for me?
You get to talk to
The
Lily.
personal satisfaction that comes with being a nice person.
Nope. Say something nice about me to Abdullah. Tell him I'm trustworthy.
All right, fine.
But make it sound natural. Don't just blurt it out.
He's
Finesse it
trustworthy.
into conversation.
I'll see what I can do.
Nancy is
See ya.
absolutely gonna
I'll be
blurt
back
it
now.
out. Nancy's gonna be like, Dylan is trustworthy. Hey Abdullah, how's the stuff going? Dylan is trustworthy.
Yes?
Look, she just blurts it out. He's like, yeah, what's up? And she's like, Dylan is very helpful. He'd be a good addition to your team, and he is, Chuck's notes, trustworthy.
So that guy Dylan is pretty helpful. I'd say he'd be a smart addition to your team, considering his talent, his experience, his... you know,
He told you to say that, didn't he?
maybe.
Tell him he's
He's
stupid.
so
But
terrible.
use small words so he understands you.
I'm not going to say that.
Your kindness is as admirable as it is boring.
No, I haven't discovered that yet, Lefisra. But I don't think it will let me. Maybe you have to check from the other side.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
And that's exactly what I thought it was too. Let me try from the other side. See, I think there's one part I have to like dig around here and then she discovers it. Perchance. Hey, I said nice things about you.
So, did you tell Abdullah that I'm trustworthy? How did he react?
After the charm puzzle, okay.
Strongly?
It makes sense.
I see. Well, good thing that was but a single step in my multi-tiered plan.
Why is it so important that he trusts you?
It's complicated and boring. boring and complicated. You'd be bored hearing about the more complicated aspects of it.
Oh my gosh, shut
You're
up.
not going to tell me, are you?
Oh, that's the spirit. Facing disappointment and not letting it get you down. Good show. But I am a man of my word, i.e. trustworthy, so I will distract Lily for you.
Great.
What should I do if I see her? Oh, we should have a code word.
I don't know if that's necessary.
Right. How about, look out, it's Lily, or she's back, stop looking at her things.
Okay, first of all, none of those are one word.
Oh, good point. What about danger, or incoming, or impending Lily?
Maybe if you just whistle.
Right. All good options.
He's pretty funny. Okay, time to look through your stuff.
Why would Dylan have this? Why would he have so many certifications?
Lisa Jr. John Gray's Paranormal Tours. What else we got? He has his own water. Or at least some. Okay. Zip it up. Now he's supposedly distracting her.
A strange lock. There has to be something around to help me figure this
Dylan
out.
is hilarious. He's a really good character. And she just leaves the instruction manual around. That's very cool of her. Okay. Adam Grisby's Curses of the World. The Hope Diamond. This famous brilliant blue diamond holds a dark secret, a curse on any who should cross its path. Reputedly stolen from a religious idol in India, it was secretly sold to Jean-Baptiste Clavener in 1642, who then smuggled the gem back to France. From this moment forward, ill fortune befell anyone who possessed the cursed diamond, including Clavener, who was killed by wild dogs shortly after selling the diamond to King Louis XIV. Is that 14th? Yeah. Why would he die after selling it? That's kind of weird. Wouldn't he die while owning it? The diamond's first owner, King... How is that the diamond's first owner? It was stolen from a religious idol in India. That is the first owner. Okay. How about the diamond's first cursed owner? King Louis the 14th died of gangrene. When King Louis it skipped the 15th? He just gave it to the 16th? Okay, cool. Inherited the throne. Oh, okay. We got a Penvillin situation. They skipped a generation. And the gem, his wife Marie Antoinette, certainly should never have worn the diamond. She and Louis the 16th wound up beheaded during the French Revolution. After this, the diamond disappeared for decades. The necklace resurfaced in 1830 when it was purchased by Henry Philippe Hope and renamed the Hope Diamond. But the curse remained. Owners continued to suffer the curse's wrath in the form of bankruptcy, insanity, fatal accidents, and murders. The diamond was eventually purchased by legendary jeweler Harry Winston, who donated the diamond to the Smithsonian Natural History Museum, where it remains on display today. I am struggling. Valentino's ring. Silent movie star Rudolph Valentino was only 31 when he died in 1926. Some say it was due to the silver ring he had purchased despite the jeweler's warning that it was cursed. Not one to believe in curses, Valentino wore the ring for his next picture. The picture was a failure at the box office. The next time he wore the ring for a movie was his last picture, Son of the Sheik. Shortly after the picture wrapped, Valentino died of infection following surgery for stomach pains. Upon his death, the ring was inherited by actress Paula Negri. She became ill for an extended period of time. The ring was then given to singer Russ Colombo. Within days, he was killed in an accident. The next owner refused to wear the jinx ring until the curse wore off. Is that how it works? He waited a few years, thought it was safe to put on, and died within a week. Deaths continued to follow each owner of the ring until it eventually placed in a bank vault. The bank then suffered robberies and was nearly destroyed in a fire. Truly the stuff of legends, Valentino will forever be remembered not only for his contribution to early cinema, but also his cursed ring. The Bjorktorp runestone. There's gonna be some words in here that are gonna stump me. In Bleking, Sweden, an old stone stands amongst a grave field, carved with runes from the 6th or 7th century, and accompanied by 2 towering menhirs. It is one of the tallest runestones in the world. The runes bear a curse of destruction against whoever tries to break the monument. According to the legend, when a farmer tried... Oh. She looked weird there. The word snoop comes from the Dutch snoepen, meaning to eat something in secret. That just means the thing you sort of had some trouble with back there. She looked weird in that animation. Okay, I gotta read faster. Okay. According to legend, when a farmer tried to heat up and crack the stone to clear the area for crops, the fire turned on him, killing him and leaving the stone untouched. Debate exists over the intended purpose of the runestone. Some claim the stone is a grave marker, though an excavation in the early 1900s found no concrete evidence of a burial site. Others believe it to be a cenotaph, a monument in memory of deceased individuals buried elsewhere. The third following claims it was built as a shrine to the ancient Nordic gods. While the true use of the Bjorktorp runestone has been lost to history, its ancient curse remains a dire warning from ages past. King Tutankhamun. In 1922, in the Valley of the Kings, a discovery of unprecedented magnitude was revealed. The undisturbed tomb of the boy pharaoh Tutankhamun, led by British archaeologist Howard Carter and funded by Lord Carnarvon, the expedition team found invaluable treasures within. A clay tablet was also discovered in the tomb with the inscription that, when translated, read, "Death will slay with his wings whoever disturbs the peace of the pharaoh." The archaeologists disregarded the curse and continued on with their work. However, the curse would not be forgotten. First stricken was Lord Carnarvon, who perished from an infected mosquito bite shortly after the tomb was opened. Other victims included Lord Carnarvon's dog, who, sad, died at the same time as the owner, Carter's canary, killed by a cobra, and other members of the team due to various causes. Whether the curse was real or just an embellishment by the press may never be answered conclusively. And while the existence of the clay tablet has never been verified, and Carter himself lives until the age of 66, the legendary pharaoh's curse still lives on as one of the best known curses in history. Okay, I read it.
What a strange lock. There has to be something around to help me figure this out.
I gotta hurry. He's missing a gem. Okay. I think I'm gonna make Dylan distract her again.
I thought I'd be better at whistling. It's really dry here. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
How'd impressing Abdullah go?
Badly. He used some very inappropriate language. At least I think he did. It wasn't in English.
I don't think Dylan tried to warn us.
Looks like you're making your own badges. You're not being honest with me about being a guide, are you?
Well, the whole process is less official than you'd expect. Everyone makes their own credentials. Ask around. It might look a bit sketchy, but that's what's done.
How can you prove you are who you say you are?
I don't know if I can.
Why did you become a guide?
I don't know why anyone would ever do anything else.
All right, let's see your guide skills in action.
What?
Well, you're a guide, and you want to work this site. Give me a tour.
I thought you'd never ask, but there is a problem. I don't actually know anything about this site yet.
Oh, right.
I suppose I could make a conjecture here or there. Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, crowd in everyone, crowd in. Nicely done. You look excellent in that hat, Mrs.
Rippy
Johnson.
hat.
Your husband must be a very lucky man. A little flattery will get you everywhere as a guide. I am, he says. I could have you two on every tour I give. Now focus! Put your cameras down for a minute. Never forget to remind them to actually look with their eyes. People don't remember you can still do that. The site you see behind me is over 60 billion years old, and it was built by none other than the great Genghis Khan.
Come here.
That is not right.
It might be right. Remember, no facts. Now, someone will inevitably ask a shockingly stupid question. Play along now. Ask me the out-and-out stupidest question you could possibly think of.
I wonder where they did their distracting. I mean, I don't know. And then there's Nancy, who's constantly lying and undercover. Exactly. Yeah. Who is she to judge? Little Coney Island. Oh, hi, Fear. Welcome in. This is Coney Island. She's okay. She's got a checkup on Wednesday. I might actually have to give her medicine. I might need to go on a BRB real quick. It ain't so. So that Jetpack, aka one half of Gooba and Jetpack, aka don't worry, Jetpack. Fear has the points to give while he lurks. Exactly. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do a quick BRB. We're gonna leave Dylan hanging. Let me do a quick BRB. I gotta give Roxy, Coney Island, her medicine. So I will be right back. Okay. Coney Island got her medicine. Sorry, I'm watching her. Going back in the bedroom. She's gonna take a nap, probably. Her medicine. Oh, she's staring at me. Yeah. So anybody who doesn't know, Roxy has a little ulcer on her eye. Poor little thing. I think it was Monday of last week. She was just acting real sluggishly, and she kept one of her eyes closed. I was like, something is not right. And so we took her to urgent care. We sat around. It was like 5 hours until they could see her. But they took a look at her eye and said, yeah, it's an ulcer. And the reason she's acting so slow and sluggish is she's hurting. And I was like, oh, that's awful. So she got a little bit of, pain medicine. She got some eye drops. Hopefully she's at the very end of it. She's starting to keep her eye open more. Yeah. And she's an older dog. She's like almost 12. So anytime she's not feeling well, I freak out. But Gooba, he always takes good care of her. They are best friends. Like, I've had Roxy for 11 years, but she adores Gooba. She loves Gooba so much. If it was between me or Gooba, she would throw me down the stairs and run to Gooba so fast. It's supposed to clear up. She has some eye dryness that's been going on for a while, but this whole ulcer is supposed to clear up soon. So, fingers crossed. She's keeping her eye open more, which is a good sign. So, little baby. Okay, dumbest question I can think of. Why didn't they write in English? Why isn't there a gift shop? Can I live here? Are mummies poisonous? People used to eat mummies, so mummies are not poisonous. I wouldn't eat one, but hey.
Can I live here?
Yes, exactly. And then I say, very good question. No one knows. And I change the topic and say something showy like, did you know that there is rumored to be a very deadly curse awaiting those foolish enough to venture into the next room? Now quickly, let's go to the next room. And that is how being a guide is done.
Very nice.
Or maybe one day you can see me give a proper tour, if my business survives until you can return.
Yeah, Roxy loves Gooba.
I'll catch you later.
Come back anytime.
Can you distract her again?
I'll let
Damn
you
it.
go.
Come back anytime.
I didn't get to look through Abdullah's stuff.
Hello.
Abdullah
here we go.
needs you.
Thanks. I'll be right back. And do not touch a thing.
Okay. That's not... Which one's Abdullah's? This one.
Need a key.
tape? No. Okay, great.
Check
glad
that
we
off.
got to
Can't-
do that.
Still have to do. Can't check that off. That's done. Check.
Oh, okay. I'm checking stuff up.
Can't check that off yet.
Okay, well, wait, what's that? Can I take this? No. Oh, cool. Search the
Still have to do that.
entire site for references to the heavens.
There's another door up there. I need to find a way to climb up to that ledge.
I don't know if I've ever actually had the patience to listen to that conversation. It's kind of hilarious, yeah. I enjoy it. I like that they threw that in. Is this supposed to help us?
I bet I could translate that.
Twice is my hiding place. Hunter. I always go the wrong way. Okay, I wonder if the columns tell us something. Yeah, but it won't let me twist them. I think I have to have them in the right spot first. So... what was that? This can't do anything because there's like... I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Okay, the dictionary won't have... That's not helpful. Maybe I should call... Professor.
Ahoy, hoy!
What's the story with curses? What do you mean?
What is the story with curses?
It's a complicated issue.
What makes it so complicated?
It makes no earthly sense, now does it? But still,
Still what?
still, the tombs have claimed enough lives to make a fool of logic.
Can you help me sort out some canopic
Oh, maybe
jars?
something with this.
Oh my, yes, let's see. A human and 3 animals. A jackal was Duwamatev, baboon, Hapi, and Kebasenuef. They also represented the 4 cardinal points, each protecting a sacred organ. I seem to remember that Hapi was the lungs.
Okay. I hope Nancy wrote that down because I was scrambling to find a notebook in that time. Hoppy was the lungs. Okay, great. Yeah, this has got to be it. Yeah, I think so. It's been so long, I don't remember where the coins are supposed to go either. Maybe you can cheat. I might end up cheating, but let's try to give it a shot.
I'll let you go.
Hotchkiss out.
Okay, horse had 4 sons, 3 animals and 1 human. Duwamatev. Duwamatev was the jackal. Happy was the baboon. Okay, so we only have 2 of them. There was that book. Here we go. Happy Duwamatev Quibu. Kebasenuef. And the human is Emissy. The human. So that means. Do we know what the Happy was though? No, that was Baboon. I just wrote Happy twice. Okay, so that means that the Q1 was the bird. Okay. And then we can look here. Okay. I think this will work. I think Nancy will write this in her weird little inventory journal too. Will she? I don't think she did. Not this part. Okay. It doesn't tell us which organs they look over though, right? In this book? Did we have another book that had more stuff? Did she not write the translation? Oh, there you go. See, I follow you now, I think. you gotta be patient with me, you know? Maybe I haven't translated that one yet. No, oh. Okay, come ye hither, gods, in the train of Horus, and let the steps ascend. We are the four of Horus. I am the air that sweeps the Nile, the hunter who faces to greet the new day. Okay, so which way did the sun rise? Yeah, you got it, Beezus. Thank you, I appreciate that. So the human south. Hey, Robo. How are you? Rises in the east. Thank you, Beezus. How you doing, Robo? I'm gonna do a shout out. You don't know, Robo and her partner stream at that channel. You like new Nancy players? Head on over there. Okay, so shout out Beezus and Lufizra for helping me through that. Okay, so yeah, you're welcome. I know, I always guess on that seamanship quiz in Danger on Deception Island. For that one and like the Big and Leonard, it's either Big or Little Dipper. I guess on that. Doing pretty good, just relaxing, have a super lazy Sunday. Love that. Love a good lazy Sunday. That's self-care. That's not lazy Sunday, self-care. Okay, what are we doing? Human is south. Beezus says that the sun rises in the east. And so. No, the hunter faces to greet the new day. Are my notes wrong? I thought the Amnesty was the human. Hang on. The human, Amnesty. Okay, so the human. Oh no, protector of the south. So yeah, humans on bottom. Setting sun would be west. Never eat sucky waffles. Is the hunter the dog? What am I doing? This one. I'm the air that sweeps up the Nile. Maybe I'm dumb. Okay. I already read that. This is confusing because what if it faces to greet means which way to turn it? That's fair. Okay, let me make sure I have them all right. So a Hoppy is the baboon. The human is this. Do I even know what the other ones are? Hotchkiss said this one is the jackal. Okay. I have it written down. Why do I have bird? Oh, there is a bird. Okay. I am the air that sweeps. Oh, lungs. Hoppy was lungs. I keep opening the wrong book. I'm the air sweeps up the Nile. So I kind of assumed that the bird would be air. Side note, Gooba, I mean Jetpack, you should know what gift I'm gonna be giving you. I can't wait. Can't wait. What you got? Okay. Ugh. Okay. Protector of the South. Human is South. Human has to be South. I don't know. The hunter who faces to greet the new day. There it is. Okay. So now I think now it's guess and check, right?
Whoa! What
It
just
is.
happened?
The click.
I should
So
see if I
good.
broke something.
The click and like the scraping noises. Can you imagine? Wait, this is the wrong way.
Is it my imagination, or did the columns move?
They definitely moved, girly. Okay, that happened when I... Oh, Fear, you got first. Congrats. Also, welcome in, stranger. So nice to meet you. Glad to have you here. I keep going the wrong dang way. Okay, that's right. This one, isn't it? What? How high do I...
bet I could translate
Shut
that.
up. How high does it need to be? Or low? I guess it's wrong. This looks right. So maybe the human is also the hunter. So Beezus is right. So me having it face east. Did I say faced? Did I just say faced? So me having it face east would be correct. So Imsti is the protector of the South, but also Imsti is the hunter who faces to greet the new day. Hello, stranger. Hi, stranger fear. Bonus gift. What you got? And then imagine how annoyed Abdullah must be that Nancy climbs the ladder next to him over and over again. Goes, I bet I could translate that. He's like, for the love of God, I will translate it for you. Just stop. Oh, no. Fear, you're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. It's a good try, though. Okay. The cry that soars towards the setting sun. So the sun sets in the west. So this should be faced that way. That's what I'm getting every time. You gotta keep trying with Gooba though, because I think you're gonna get Gooba one of these days. Okay. Air that sweeps up the Nile. So this is lungs. The dog is, or the jackal is Duamanatef. Do we have something that tells us what jackal means? Scarab. Hare. Hippopotamus. Lizards. Frogs. Yeah. I think that's it. Dang it. No. Tartar sauce. What? I keep turning around, right?
Nancy, what's been going
tartar
on?
sauce.
I opened the sarcophagus.
You did?
Wow, I didn't expect
You almost
to
did.
be
You
so
almost
excited.
did.
I doubt it has anything to do with the Anunnaki.
You never know. I'll have to see this room myself.
Go ahead. I can snoop.
Can't open it. It's locked.
Oh shit.
I need to open this.
Do we do lowest to highest? That. This. Wait. Shit. The right side of the eyeball. Eyebrow. Did I do it? No. Do you do least to most? Maybe it's left eyeball, eyebrow, right, curlicue, stick. Left eyeball, eyebrow. According to the myth, the Eye of Horus represents the eye Horus lost in a battle to Seth. Thoth later magically restored Horus's eye, who in turn offered the restored eye to his dead father, Osiris. Osiris ate the eye and returned to life. The Eye of Horus then became a symbol of health and life. It was also used as a measuring system. The ancient Egyptians assigned a mathematical fraction and a sense to each eye. I feel like she could just reach in the side, but okay. Really, really good. Shoot. Wait, no, I'm not even doing. Wait, no, am I? No, I'm doing it right. I'm losing my mind. Okay. Guess I'll draw an eyeball. 1/2 is the left side. The pupil is 1/4. The right side is 1/16. Curlicue part is 1/32. The stick part is 1/64. And the eyebrow is 1/8. Did I get them all? I got them all. When in doubt, draw an eyeball. It's terrible too. You only remember that you have to do it the opposite way than what is shown on the pamphlet. Oh, I forgot all about the pamphlet. I absolutely forgot about the pamphlet. Okay, well, look, I was doing something else. But look at the pamphlet after we solve this. I'm just gonna try all combinations. Gosh dang. I thought I had it. Well, Nancy say, I think that's it. Dang it. Oh, I thought something happened. For the coins, though, if you are on junior level, I remember you only have to turn 2 of the coins. Okay. I'm gonna try that. Because I am on junior. I hate guess and check puzzles. They aggravate me. Dang it. That looks good. Oh, something's right. Wait.
Got it.
That's it. We did it. We did it. Okay, now we can hop up here. And we also, I can't forget to look at the pamphlet. Thank you. Can you imagine? No way. No way would I do this. Nancy's got to be ripped too. To just be like, she just hopped and pulled her whole body weight up. Right, Lavisa? She's got to be fit. I know I could not. Okay. Can I translate this? No. Cool, cool. Love that. All right. January 14th. I cannot push my way out through the sand. The fever and dehydration have left me slow and weak. I know there's a second exit. It's hidden, perhaps too cleverly for someone in my current state. I've located the first half needed, but without the second part, I am unable to figure out its meaning. 5 stand guard at each pass, 4 false, 1 true. The first truth is last, second is fourth, the third is third, and the fourth is first. January 16th, I cannot think. What good is an escape that lies hidden? The queen is laughing at me. January 20th. There's no point writing more. These thoughts will never leave this tomb. If you're reading these pages, it is too late for you. You're in her tomb. She'll never let you leave. Beloved Hathor. And Mistress.
This looks important.
I wonder if they took this from somewhere, or did the artist at Her Interactive come up with this? Because this looks kind of freaky. If it was me, I would literally just grab the ladder and moved it to where the door was. See, work smarter. Lafizer's got it. She's doing CrossFit games in between cases. I mean, vacations. Oh my gosh, Nancy, there's 2 things Nancy never shuts up about. her dead mom and CrossFit. Oh, no service near? Dang. Take a picture. Did I ever? Oopsie doodles. Yeah, I changed my background and stuff. Oh, I also have the hint hotline thingy. Okay. So that's it.
It's irresponsible.
Uh-oh.
You have no idea what you're doing. You have no idea what damage you have done.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
You didn't know. Ignorance is not an excuse. It is the problem. You are off the site.
Please, I will never even come near your work again.
That is right, you won't. You don't
Uh-oh.
deserve to be here. Have the dignity to admit it.
He's
Oh,
such a
I
dick.
promise. Please, I'll do anything to stay.
When the transport comes, you get on it. You are taking up space that a good student could be using.
Dang.
I want nothing to do with you. You will never have a career. Just leave.
Oh, he's taking it way too far. You butthead. I see you. I see you over there doing inappropriate things to the wall. Cut it out. Oh, there's another. Hey, you didn't see me hopping up there, did you?
Did you see that?
Are you talking about the columns?
I knew there was something about this site that didn't add up. This is unheard of. The technology required to move the columns.
Maybe aliens were involved.
Very cute.
I also like that they acknowledge the fact that, like, oh, this technology doesn't work. Because some of the past games, it's like iffy for technology. Like in Curse of Blackmore Manor, the moving rooms and such being invented in, like, I don't even know. I think it was like 18th century. Like, okay. Okay. Is there anything in the hint hotline right now? I love how utterly useless the hints are, aren't they? They're all like, examine the puzzle to see how to do it. Oh, yeah.
Why are you so hard on Lily?
It sounds so cruel, right? I am not her friend. I am her proving ground. If she survives me, no one will ever stop her. Not ever. If she does not, then she does not have what it takes to begin with. May you be so lucky as to have a mentor who pushes you.
Still, you could be nicer.
I learned to swim fast, not because I was taught well, but because there were crocodiles in the river.
Okay. That's not sound argument.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Later, babes. This. Alright, hidden hotline. What we got? Trunk lock Jamila's bag. How do I open the lock on Jamila's bag? Yeah, it's not helpful at all. You'll have to figure out the correct order to press the buttons in. Look around to see if you can find something that she might have dropped accidentally. Yeah, not helpful. But I know they're hinting at the pamphlet. Because Lefizra helped us. Alright. So there's the eyeball. Okay. Push the buttons to open the button pushing puzzle. See if you can find something that'll help you open the button pushing puzzle. Okay, so it's listed in 16, 8, 4, 32. That's all the numbers, right? Jamila's this way. Jamila.
I think I found a new area of the tomb near the main entrance.
You did?
You could tell her the truth and be like, hey, we just fucked with some columns. 16, 8, 4, 32. Okay, and backwards. 32, 4, 8, 16. Or is the eyeball reverse? You can call?
I can't use that now.
Okay, I'll try later. Okay, maybe the eyeball is inverse. So 16 would be this side. Yeah, okay. That's what you meant, Lufizra. I gotcha.
One of these was used to puncture the water tank.
What is it? I don't even know what that
I wonder
is.
what these mean.
I'll take it. Visitor from the Skies by Sunny June. There's a fan and a pup. No better proof can be found for extraterrestrial life than the pyramids on the Giza Plateau. To stand at the base of these monumental structures is to be convinced that the great Anunnaki helped construct the Great Pyramids of Egypt. I threw another great in there. Archaeologists who state that the pyramids were built using copper tools and a workforce of 20,000 over a few decades have been unable to substantiate their claims. Clearly, this is because a man did not build the pyramids. There is much evidence to prove a more advanced race was behind their creation. Consider the following facts. The Great Pyramid is aligned with 1/10 of a degree to the North Pole. The stones are cut so precisely that a razor blade cannot fit between them. The positioning of the three main pyramids aligns with 3 stars in the constellation Orion's Belt. How could a quasi-Stone Age culture have built the pyramids when it lacked the advanced mathematics tools and astrological knowledge needed to accomplish the feat? The answer is simple. They couldn't. It was the Anunnaki who provided the ancient Egyptians with this knowledge. Even more telling is the utter lack of documentation. For a society that kept highly detailed records on both major events and daily life throughout its 3,000-year history, no mention of the pyramid's construction has been found. There is also no definitive proof that the pyramids ever acted as or were intended to act as burial chambers. The true purpose of the pyramids is to act as landing markers for the Anunnaki's return. As well as being markers, early tests indicated that the granite slabs above the King's Chamber and the Great Pyramid were capable of emanating? An electric field. This field could act as a transmitter or receiver for signals from space. With all the hard evidence, it is clear Egypt could soon see the return of the beings who gave them the pyramids.
Why would an alien expert need an archaeology textbook?
Maybe she's trying to prove things wrong. Secrets remain successfully hidden. No suspicions yet. The mummification process began with a purifying ritual. After cleansing the body was brought to the embalmer's table. The first step was to remove the brain, believed to be an unimportant organ, through the nose. Next, an incision was made along the left side of the body, through which the stomach, lungs, intestines, and liver were removed. These 4 organs were packed for preservation in natron, a salt node for its drying properties. So they pickled them. They pickled the organ. The eye was sketched with a mirror image. That makes sense. Okay. UFO. Okay. She has Maddie's lipstick. I'm gonna have to look. The heart, which ancient Egyptians considered to contain the mind and soul of the deceased, was left within the body. That's so interesting. They thought the brain was useless. It's so cool. Once the organs were removed, the body was packed inside and out with natron. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The table was then angled to allow fluids to drain away during the drying process. This reminds me of Gooba playing mortuary assistant. Pickled organs. Hi, Nancy. Exactly. Delicious. We love a good pickled liver. After 40 days, the embalmer removed the natron, and the now thoroughly dried body was rinsed to remove any traces of the salts. Oils and perfumes were massaged into the skin to restore elasticity and help preserve the body. The body was then stuffed with linens and other materials to protect its shape and give it more lifelike appearance. The last step before wrapping was to sew up the incision made at the beginning of the process and seal it with resin. Oh, we got a resin Etsy crafter already. Look at that. Ancient Egyptians did it first. They were the first Etsy artists. Okay. A golden wedgette, Eye of Horus, was typically placed over the incision for protection. Amulets played an important role in the embalming process. A lapis lazuli widget eye offered protection when placed over the incision, or as an amulet in the linen wrappings. An obsidian jackal invoked the powers of Anubis, guardian of the dead. Get a quick shout out. Nancy versus Nancy. Crystal Skull, solid game. Long strips of linen were used in the wrapping process, wound meticulously around the head, neck, and the even individual fingers and toes. Each layer built upon the last, with resin brushed on every few layers as glue, binding the body together for eternity. For additional protection in the afterlife, amulets were placed between the linen layers. Priests recited spells and incantations throughout the wrapping process. Fun stuff. A carnelian ankh amulet to provide health and life. Has the group been here before? Now fully wrapped, the mummy was ready for burial. A priest would perform the traditional opening of the mouth ceremony. What? A priest would perform the traditional opening of the mouth ceremony as the mummy was placed in its coffin and brought to the tomb. The preserved organs, stored in dedicated canopic jars, were also placed within the tomb before it was sealed. The entire mummification process lasted around 70 days. That's intense. New sites hold promise clearly belongs to a queen. Maybe her daughters are present as well. Look at this. Daughters of Nefertari. Look at that bold. I never noticed that before. I'm not even sure I've ever read this book before. Lines of ancestry must be tracked. Sites to investigate. Karnak, Temple of Horus, Kamobo, Ptolemy, Abu Simbel, Ramses II and Nefertari, Temple of Isis, Saqqara, and Josir. Oh, there's Maddie's lipstick. Is that a phone? Is that it? We can only look at the books? What if she has, like, some sick selfies in there? That is intense, yeah. Guba did so much work closing those mouths. Now the priest gotta come and open them all up. Ew. It's still gross. Okay. What are we doing?
Still have it. Can't check that off yet. Can't check. Still have to do that.
Jack.
Haven't done that.
Okay, let's see if Lily's gonna give her side of the story. The random bold words threw me off so bad in this game. I was so sure they had to mean something. Jack. Oh, hey, Coley. Jack.
Nancy, things are moving. I heard the pillars moving. This place is seriously messed up.
I noticed that, but I don't think we're in any danger.
And you're basing this on what? Previous experience?
Call it a hunch.
At this point, I'd rather call it a day. I need to calm down. This is a huge opportunity and probably not a death trap. Right?
Right.
Probably. Nancy really throws open the flaps of that tent. Like, they slap. She's like, I can't even make the noise that she does. Yeah, no problem, Coley. I hope you're having a lovely night. If you don't know, Coley also does some cozy, lovely streams. Some Nancy.
I have to admit, I overheard that argument between you and Abdullah. Are you okay?
You did? What did you hear?
I'm not sure, really. It just sounded pretty bad.
It was. He can be rough to work with, but he's the best. I just have to get better and not make such stupid mistakes all the time.
Is there anything I can do?
Yes. I need your help sorting amulets.
Here we go.
This has always been the thing I've been worst at. Please say you'll help. I'll help you out whenever you need it, I promise.
Sure thing.
Sure thing.
Great, thanks. They need to be sorted by what they represent and by what power they had. They're on the table in the other tent.
I just love how Nancy has a random stick and garbage can. Nobody else has a garbage can. A locking garbage can. Nobody else. But Nancy does. Okay.
I need to sort these amulets by type.
Here we go. Here we go. By type. Okay. Guardian of the Dead was the... I can't think of the word. Wasn't it the jackal? Am I misremembering? Oh my gosh, my eyeball itches. Sorry, this probably didn't look great. Okay. We literally just read about this. Okay, Amethyst monkey was a love charm. What about a regular monkey? Felspar hedgehog. Rebirth. Which is different than regeneration. You remember exactly one of them. Love it. Baboon inspired wisdom. Okay. Scarab. Rebirth. This is a scarab, right? Is that a beetle? A hare. Regeneration. That looks... The way its ears are going, it's like going zoom. Too far. Regenerative powers are also attached to a hippo. Regeneration. Hippopotamus. Zippy zoom. Exactly. You won't be able to help on this puzzle. You remember you cheated when you played? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's just better for, you know, everybody if you cheat. I feel that. Lizard is regenerative and frog. Oh, I like the frog's really cute. Okay. Oops, not the shovel. The eyeball. Health and life. Perfect. Food offerings in the form of trussed and tied animals and birds provided meals. Is there something for food? Food offering, okay. Is this trussed animal? Is that animal tied up? I don't know. Guardian of the Dead. We saw that in Jamila's. If I back up, is this gonna go away? Yes. Please. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I can see where I put things, at least. Okay, I'm gonna go look at, Jamila's book. Because it had something else. Good call on saving. Yeah. Oops. How do I always get turned around there?
The water tank was destroyed using the discs from your bag.
Like, stop lying, game. I see the pieces right where I saved it. Exactly.
Maybe it was the Anunnaki.
I saw something very strange near the tomb.
You did?
I did. Go look. Jackal is the guardian of the dead. Protection. Ankh is health and life. Let me write this down. Gotta do some erasing. I use reusable notebooks. So it's ink, but you can also erase and reuse them and scan them into programs and all that. So it's pretty cool. And I feel better about not using them as much paper for stuff like this. Ankh, health, and life. Jackal, guardian of the dead. And eye, protection. But we already have eye for something else. That's it, right? There's some other things I don't have though. Nancy's notes aren't very helpful. This is the list. Do we have anything for I? Oh, fly for military achievements, fish for good luck. Okay, well, that would be great. Alright, let's see. No, I don't want to save. We had the beetle and the hedgehog in the top left. Oh, what is that? And then the baboon was there. Lizard and frog and the hare. Remember that. And then eyeball, health, Ankh. I wrote that down. Health and life. Health. Perfect. I had the hippo. Was it hippo? Yeah, the hippo was the last one. Okay. Okay. Oopsie doodles. Fly was for military achievements. Can you imagine? Why? Yeah, exactly, because we're thinking the same thing. Why? Because maybe like, I'm curious to know like their military strategy now. Because like, is it more of a sneaky, like, oh, fly on the wall, like military achievements, and maybe they specialize in like reconnaissance kind of thing? Or maybe like it's really hard to kill a fly? Which kind of, but maybe? Fish for good luck. Is that supposed to be a fish? Okay, we have a duck. That looks like an antelope, a lion, and a monkey baboon thing. This one, love charm. There's no jackal. Is this supposed to be a... Because the guardian of the dead was the jackal, right? Yeah. I would think fly for regeneration.
Here's
because...
the contact.
What the fuck? Sorry, my watch just decided to talk. I would think fly for regeneration because of the hole born from dead carcass thing. That would make a lot of sense. Didn't Jamila's book have the guardian of the dead? Yeah, it's a jackal. Is this supposed to... It looks like it has horns, though. And this... Excuse me. This looks like a lion, but it also looks like a dog. But it doesn't look like a jackal. Do we have anything on ducks? It said trust or tied animals. They don't look, is this tied? A duck is the guardian of the dead. Yeah, probably. Probably not the duck. Yeah, the ones I don't know about are these four. Let's go with... This looks like a cow. A duck for motherhood, maybe? Oh, we're missing something. Wait. Maybe we're missing the jackal. Do we have anything else for military valor? What do we have? They are so unhelpful. You thought you remembered cow as motherhood. It makes sense. It makes sense. Maybe a duck is very military valor.
I'm missing one.
Okay.
I'd better check that out.
I don't know what this is. And I don't know how we're supposed to know. Maybe I missed something.
Someone cut the tent. I need to fully investigate this area.
Also, who brought a tie? I don't think a tie is very appropriate. Is there a gala? Yeah, the missing jackal does make sense. Obsidian jackal. So it was a lion. Bronze cow. Amethyst fish. Sinclair, you here? Yeah. Sinclair? Oh yeah, wait. Oh, I thought we might see the next part, because I think there's something else that happens with that water.
If you wanted to sneak something out of the tent without anyone seeing you, this would be the perfect spot to do it.
That
If
would be
I had the
so
right tool,
conspicuous,
I could
though.
see if the thief left anything behind.
But like, that would be so conspicuous. Like nobody, oh yeah. What would be worse? Like sneaking into the tent, walking in, grabbing something, walking out, or hanging around behind it, making a cut, reaching in and pulling something out. Like, you are so much like more likely to get caught. And then Nancy's gonna specifically dig these little tiny holes to try to find if they left something behind. And it's entirely random. And I don't like all the little holes. Where is this bitch? Are you kidding me?
What's this?
The animation is weird. It's so weird. Plot hole. How in the world is Dylan the one wanting to be involved in black market and is selling? Yeah.
What?
Oh, There we go. Would be willing to pay an additional, oh, I guess it's 15,800 euros for a pristine jackal amulet. The buyer would like to add this to the request to the full list with payment through the secret offshore account upon. Something's telling me that's not how smugglers communicate.
I've got something for you.
What up?
What's that?
Proof that space girl is Batty. I saw her creeping around and she dropped this. Here.
It looks like some sort of code.
Each must be 5 or more. 4 or less won't reveal. 16 beginnings to find a portal. ABCEGILMNOPRSTY. Looks like the
You're
alphabet to me.
generous. I call it the maniacal screed of a madman. Or is it mad woman? Why is madness gender specific to men?
Yeah, you tell me.
I like you. Let's shake the dust off this small time tomb off our boots and see the world together.
Yes, anybody but Ned, please.
Can I keep this?
Yes, but you have to promise me that if it starts making sense, you'll call a psychologist immediately and schedule yourself in for a full workover. You would have had fun seeing the world with me. Admit it.
Yeah. I really love that little flirty line. Is putting area rugs on the sand a normal thing? I always thought that was odd. But they're back there, but maybe there's a reason for it. Yeah, I don't know. I can imagine the sand would be hot. But I kind of feel like putting a rug over a desert, hot sand is like pissing on fire, you know? Like, you're not doing that much.
Where exactly did you come from?
What do you mean?
We're in the middle of nowhere. You couldn't have just walked here.
Oh, I caught a ride with some traders, if you must know. Nasty customers, but they knew the way.
This site is new. How did they just know the way? It's not on any map.
I don't know. They just did, I guess.
What can you tell me about these guys? What did they look like? What language did they speak?
Nancy, I'm starting to think it might not be so smart to talk about this. For you or for me. Drop it. Don't bring it up again.
He's serious. Luffy's I think we're supposed to infer that Dylan is the one who cut the tent and pulled out the amulet. But there's kind of more to it as the story develops.
Bye-bye.
I'll be seeing you.
Excuse me.
I
Here we
think
have-
these letters will create words below.
Each must be 5 or more. 4 or less won't reveal. 16 beginnings to find a portal. Oh, okay. Canopic amulet, right? I don't know this word. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Slumber? Egypt. Eggs. What would this be? Hi, sweetie. I thought I heard you. Come here. Oh, you're in trouble. Come here, Stinky. Mummy just got up from a nap, but she doesn't want to be picked up. Alright, Mummy. Treasure? Yeah, that's how you spell treasure, right? Okay, so this can't be slumber then. If that's treasure. I don't know what that is. Poor. Band? Yeah, Roxy won't come say hi. She's just sitting here staring. Usually she wants to be held, but she's staring at me. Detective Roxy. Burial? I don't know what my accent is. Just sitting by my chair. Sweet baby. That's gotta be Pharaoh. Offer. It'd be offers. Temple? That's not how you spell temple. If anybody sees one, let me know. I can probably get it, but if you guys want to help, it's okay. You do. You rock. She definitely does. Okay, so I have B left. Band? Would that be band? There you are, CP. You wanna say hi? We got Coney. We got Coney Island. Oregon above. Oh, good thought. Oregon. Got Coney Island. Oregon. Hi, Sweet Pea. Is your medicine working? Oh. Say hi to Robo. This is Coney. This is Coney. Huh? That's okay. They don't need to see me. I don't need to see the game. Coney pup, yeah. She got a little ulcer on her eye. Embalm lesson, thank you. Arab. What else we got? Roxy, what you got? What you got, Rox? Sweet baby. Cutest satellite dish ever. Yes. Temple or water? Oh. That's an interesting thought. Maybe it is water. If that was water, then M would be available. Maybe. I was gonna say maybe that's hot. Birds above Egypt. Okay, we'll go birds. Slumber? Yeah, but we don't. Wait, hang on. For which? Oh, yeah. For that one, yeah, because we don't have an E. Because that's what I initially thought too. Tranche. I have no idea what that third to last one is. You only remember the message, yeah. I don't even remember that. Roxy gonna take a nap? She's like upside down. I'm literally holding her like a baby right now. Okay, we have N, R, S, and T left. Leafeezer said water, so the first one might be water instead of temple. Okay, got it. Upper above the birds. Best guess. That's how you hold Zelda? Yeah, like a baby. Usually she doesn't like it, but with her being on her medicine, she's a little out of it. She's okay with being a baby. Offers, maybe? Oh, this is that weird salt, the organ pickling. Natron?
That's not it.
Linen, okay.
Maybe if I look at the first letter of each word and see if that says anything. Let's see what this spells out.
She's upside down. Oh, baby. Okay, I'm gonna sit you up. Hi, sweet pea. Oh, she's so sleepy. Roxy, why don't you sit on this stool? This comfy blanket. What do you think? Is that okay? Little baby. Little baby, take a nap. Take a nap, sweetheart. Oh, sweet peas. Okay. Cat. Blue. Boom. Why is she coloring these? Opens.
I need to figure out what this means.
Why is she coloring them? Oh, because of this? She's sleepy and I'm sleepy too. It's still morning for you though, huh? Opens tomb.
Blue cat opens tomb. I should look around for something like that.
For a tomb? Wow. Okay, come here. You can sit with me. Come on. Come on, sweet pea. You're not gonna be comfy enough to fall asleep though. Cone Cone? You look tired. Man, she looks so exhausted. Okay, blue cat opens tomb. I have a green cat. Can I just color it?
Check. Still check. Did that. Haven't done that. Haven't done. Still have
There's
to
still
do that.
something in the antiquities tent I haven't seen. She brought highlighters and will not let them go to waste. Get the blue marker back out. Exactly. Exactly. Work smarter, not harder. Oh, you didn't sleep well. Oh, it's so rough when you don't sleep well. Like, it just ruins your whole day.
Hello.
Abdullah seems really harsh.
That's just how he is. I knew what I was setting myself up for when I came here.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I'd better get going.
See you.
Did that.
Not gonna tell her that we did it? I'm not sure what to do.
Hello.
I'll catch you later.
Come back anytime.
Maybe I should talk to Abdullah.
Yes.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
Let's see if Jamila has
Hi,
anything to say.
Nancy.
Are you interested in archaeology?
No.
Then why do you have an archaeology textbook?
You looked in my bag?
Well,
I
I
couldn't help.
but see.
Shut up, Nancy.
I am not angry. The Anunnaki value curiosity.
Maybe
You will
call
not
John.
understand
Good
what you
idea.
find anyway.
You didn't answer my question.
Why should I bother if you're so good at sneaking around?
Got him.
Why do you have so many cameras?
Did she?
These are momentous times. When the Anunnaki
I just
return,
saw one.
I'll be
Okay,
here to document it.
Calm down.
I wonder if they show up on film.
I think I found a new area of the tomb near the main entrance.
You did?
You got somewhere to be? Okay. Hang on. Roxy's got somewhere to be. Go ahead. She has... This looks like a voice recorder. Oh, I guess she has... Maybe this is one. So at least 1, 2, a phone, a voice recorder, maybe another.
It looks like something is missing.
I don't have anything for that.
I need to get the correct
Okay.
gods to their proper locations.
She is a busy lady. She's got stuff to do. Apparently. Not sure where she headed off to, but... Okay, I'm supposed to get the right gods in here. Are we doing the human thing again? No, there's no humans. And there's 6 of them. I don't know what we're doing. Hint outline, give me an unhelpful hint. Oh, we just have trunk lock? Oh, okay, yeah, I think I remember how we get into Abdullah's trunk. There's nothing over here, right? Okay. Wait,
Yes?
Bye.
Goodbye.
you need him to leave. Wait, no, I didn't mean to go over here. Yeah, Dylan's about to leave us. The gods are the ones in the upper door. Oh, thank you, Lufizra. I got you. I took a picture, but I'm gonna take a look. Okay, so... Jackal crane, the falcon looking thing. Is it a hawk or a falcon? Beetle. I love that it's a dude with just a beetle for a head. Like the top one are full animals, but he's got a beetle head. Crocodile and then a kitty cat. Don't look at me like that. Excuse me. My back's kind of stiff. Okay. So, top left was the jackal. My picture. Maybe I should just take a picture of a picture. Gotta be able to put the cat amulet somewhere now that we did the blue cat opens tomb thing, right? Well, our cat is green. I don't know. Oh, wait, is that supposed to be the missing one? No, I don't know. Hang on. Picker. Took myself a picture. Okay. So we have a jackal, a crane, a falcon on the top. Jackal? On the bottom, it's a beetle, a crocodile thing, and a cat. Wait, I could've... One off. Did it. Nailed it. It's getting close to bedtime for me, so I'm gonna lurk while I get cozy. Have a lovely night. Thank you for lurking, Ropa. And thank you for hanging out. It's one of those Russian dolls.
Another coffin. And it's locked. Ancient Egyptians did not mess around. I need to figure out what the hieroglyphs say first.
Okay, Nancy. This ain't easy. Okay, the maybe? Got 2 T's there. Or N. When we already have N. So I'm gonna go with the. Nah, that's not right. It's 2 H's. Okay, what else we got? So we already have N. What 3-letter words exist? The and, which neither are that. Neither are the solution. 4. Without 2 O's would be okay, right? Yeah, maybe an O. Yeah, because we already have F. Huh. That's a lot of W's, though. I'm gonna say and for this one. God? But that doesn't look right. That looks like and. Hmm. Three-letter words that end with D. A good question. Kinda cold. I'm chilled. Having some ankle pain too. Lots of fun over here. Okay. Bad? No, can't be A. Okay, so it's gotta be something with common double letters. O does seem like it would fit. 2-letter F word up top. If or of. That makes sense. But that would be O something D. Old? L? Yep. Okay, I'm actually gonna try standing a little bit. With my nifty standing desk. Because my hips are hurting me. We're gonna give it a shot. Let's see, is this good height? I didn't test this out. I'm standing, we're flying. We're flying. Oh my gosh, I got soaring. Apologies for my horrid singing. That's amazing, thank you. Thank you for that. This is neat. I'm standing and streaming. Look at that. I feel like one of those full body hot tub streamers or something. Okay, whatever. Ignore me. Okay. Follow to follow. Lead. No, 3. You have a standing desk but never really changed the height. I'm liking it. So far, I am enjoying it. Like, it's nice. You just sit for hours on end. Like, I sit and I work all day. And then, you know, I'm working on stuff for YouTube or content creation. I'm sitting through that. Like, feels good to stand. You have a network but can't focus when you're standing. Yeah. I find I usually focus better if I'm standing. Probably just jinxed it, but... Okay. Something treasure. 7 treasures of her. Something. 4 to lead the people. 3 to follow her path. Divided by duty old preceding. Young recall them here and reach within. Okay. 7 treasures of her making.
This could be about the queen's
So the kids.
children.
The kiddos.
These must represent Nefertari's children. Maybe if I knew more about them, I could open this.
Didn't we already ask about them, or did we not? Does the phone work?
I can't use that now.
No. We can't. We don't have a phone cheat for this one. Unfortunately. Oh, Professor. This one, yeah. Hi, Sweet Pie. Ahoy, hoy. Hey, tell me about Nefertari's kiddo.
Nefertari's children?
Of course I do.
Can you
Do I
tell
need
me
to
their
write this down?
names?
Yes, it's best we start with the boys.
Ah!
Sure.
There's among her Kepchef, meaning among is with his strong arm.
How do I spell that?
Oh dear, you get a piece of paper and a pen, and you write down whatever you like for the next 5 minutes. Paul Ray Hair Wenemeth. Ray is with his strong arm. Mary, beloved of Ray.
Ah!
Miriatum, beloved of Atum. Oh, these names! The best part about ancient Egyptian names is that there are no ancient Egyptians around to correct your pronunciation. Oh, come back when you're
I don't know
ready
why I
for
was
the
like-
girls.
Can you tell me the names of Nefertari's daughters?
I need you to do some searching for me. I'm
Oh,
trying to restart my
Tarsus.
book project. Can you gather some information for me?
If it means you'll
I
tell me
don't-
the daughters'
I'm not
names,
confident I wrote
then
that down.
Sure.
Great! Who is above all the doors in the main antechamber?
Who is above all the doors in the main
I'll go look right
antechamber?
now.
Thank you.
So, who is that? Are we supposed to know who that is? Birdie? Who is the birdie? How do we know this? Excuse me. Who is it? Are we supposed to know? Is there something that's tell us? I know we don't have to say the right answer, but I would still kind of like to. I think you do get a trophy if you get it right. Because nothing bad happens. Okay.
A tour guide just appeared out of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah, really. He showed
Really?
up when we found the tomb.
Really?
100 kilometers outside of Cairo. That's too far afield to have a wacky next-door neighbor.
Huh?
Sorry.
Oh?
I'm not used to watching this much television. It's doing strange things to my brain. Whatever he says, he didn't just drop in. He must be up to something.
I think I found evidence of an old expedition here. It seems like an old diary entry.
Keep that safe. There are records of an expedition leaving England in search of Nefertari's tomb. This was after she wasn't found in QV-66, her supposed tomb that was found in the early 1900s.
But if they were here, then this must not be the place, right?
Not necessarily. No one knows what happened to the expedition.
The whole expedition disappeared? Did that happen often?
Okay.
More often than you'd expect.
You love getting
Archaeology is
trophies.
deadly work.
I've never like tried to get all the trophies. I think that'd be fun. Maybe I should try to do that. Because I would also like to play all the games in order, but I cannot for the life of me get the first 2 games to install and work on this computer. So. But also, Nancy just found a letter that was like, hey, I'm losing my mind, I'm gonna die here, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, what do you mean they all disappeared? Like, something happened.
Are you familiar with the Anunnaki?
Oh, please, not you too.
No, Jamila. She's got a lot to say on the topic.
Good. I'm not saying there isn't alien life, but why insist that aliens built the pyramids? Humans have made a mess of so many things. Just let us keep that check mark in the victory column.
Dylan said guides often make their own credentials. Is that true?
No.
Oh, that lying liar. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind.
I love that.
Nancy, don't. Be cautious. You're in the desert.
That lying
Don't
liar.
put anyone in a position where they feel like there's no other choice but to make you disappear.
Dylan wouldn't do that.
You want to bet your life on that? When people feel like they can get away with anything, they change.
I agree.
Jamila claims that she's here for the aliens, but she has an archaeology book with her, and she appears to be pretty interested in the site.
Could be a coincidence. Or she could be lying to you about why she's there.
I wish there was a way to find out for sure which it is.
Same here. The best bet is to keep a close eye on her. Frankly, if she's not an alien believer, I want her at the site even less.
Why's that?
If she's lying about why she's there, that's trouble.
You never bothered trying to get the achievements. You found that you enjoyed watching people play Nancy. Then you enjoy watching people more than you like playing yourself. Probably because you know all the story and stuff. Yeah, it's interesting. I love playing the games, but there's also a different kind of enjoyment and entertainment with watching somebody else play the games, especially people who are playing them the first time.
Dylan mentioned that he was dropped off by a group of strange men who seemed to know their way to the site.
The only people who know how to get to the site are you and me. And whoever Abdullah, Lily, and Jamila have told.
How real is the black market,
How
Nancy?
real is the black market?
For trafficking antiquities, very real.
Do
You
you
kidding
think
me?
there's a chance that someone here is involved in the black market?
There's no reason to think that.
Yes, there is.
Those men they're dangerous. If they are involved, I don't even want to think about it.
Okay, first off, Nancy's like, how real is the black market? Excuse me, Nancy, you literally communicated with smugglers on the black market at Beach Hill Museum. Like, you were part of the black market, Nancy. You were in the black market. You were shopping around. You weren't just window shopping either. You were purchasing. Practically. And 2, this is sexist. Men, women, and all genders can be in the black market, sir. Don't be rude.
Do you have any connections on the black market?
Of course not.
I didn't mean to offend. I just wish we could find out if
Ooh, my
they're
back.
interested in this site. If they are, all of the accidents would make more sense.
He just doesn't reply. Nancy accuses him of having connections to the black market, and he's like, I'm not even going to respond. You mean you did put off streaming the last part of Whack for 2 weeks or so, and would have put it off more if not, because I want to stream and play other games? Yeah. I mean, you could always stop playing. If you're not enjoying something, just let it go, you know?
Someone slashed the water tank. There's nothing left.
Don't panic. I'll see if I can get some dropped. Until then, take it easy. Dehydration can set in quickly.
Who would do that?
Someone with a little water secreted away, I'd bet.
See ya.
Talk to you later.
Also, I realize I'm just chatting in front of Lily.
Hello.
Abdullah's really mad that you keep missing him. You need to go find him now.
Okay, thanks. BRB.
Abdullah's really mad. You need to find him right now. Okay. Such a weird interaction.
Well, hello.
You liar. You lied to me.
What brought you to this site?
You
This might
stinky
be the
liar.
next it spot.
But
If it is, I want to have the first tour up and running.
Isn't that a little premature? Tour groups might not even be allowed out here.
Well, then I took a trip to the place I've always wanted to see. No loss.
no loss.
You seem very casual about everything.
There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
It makes me think you might be hiding something.
If I'm hiding something, then I'm doing such a good job, even I don't notice.
I know you didn't just come here to get a tan.
He doesn't respond. It's
See
so
ya.
weird.
Come back anytime.
That lying lawyer. It's so funny that they, like, certain things, they just didn't have them respond. Okay, I don't know who this is. And I don't know how we're supposed to know. So, maybe we should just guess. Let's catch up with Bess. Let's see what Bess has to say.
Hi, Nancy.
Someone slashed the water tank. We're in big trouble.
That's bad. How bad is that? Hang on. How long before you die in a desert with no water? Question mark.
So?
2 days. That's the good news.
The bad news?
The second day sounds really, really bad. Nancy, you need to get out of there.
Also, I've been cursed.
So I've been supposedly cursed.
Supposedly cursed? Or supposedly cursed?
I don't understand the difference.
Me neither. You have to come home.
Between you and me, it would seem like a smart move. It's just...
What? Just what? Is it contagious? You can tell me if it is. I won't be weird about it. We can still hang out. I've always wanted to use those walkie-talkies George got me.
I don't think I can actually leave. We're alone
This
out
is
here.
really funny
The
in
crew
this
took
one.
the vehicles when they evacuated John. From the way they reacted, I don't think they're coming back.
So,
They were
this may not be
spooked.
the best time to mention this, but yesterday I couldn't sleep and I saw this movie called Revenge of the Desert Queen.
And...
And everyone gets cursed, and then every single person in the movie
Bess, is this the best movie to be telling me about right now?
is fine. Every single
Is it?
person in the movie is fine. Life
Right.
lessons are learned, friendships forged, romance is romanced, history learned about.
Might be mocked.
Everyone in the movie
Remember, you can
dies,
check out
right?
who she
All
is
of
by
them.
her
Even
hat.
the last girl I
Okay.
was really rooting for because she really looked like you. I could maybe have left that last part out.
I don't know what to make of this tour guide who appeared out of nowhere.
Is he cute?
Define cute.
Why is
He's-
this never
he's
any fun
cute.
with you? I have no girly friends.
Fine, yes, he's moderately cute. And he has an accent.
Now we're talking. Anyway, you've decided that this cute tour guide with an accent is a problem for some reason?
His story isn't adding up. If he's a tour guide, why would he show up at a site that might take years to open up to the public?
Maybe he's some sort of avant-garde tour guide. You know, way ahead of his time, like that jazz musician you made us see who only played awful notes.
I'm still sorry about that. In my defense, it was for a case.
And in his defense, there's nothing. Long distance burn, jazz guy.
Okay, so that implies that Nancy is solving cases that we don't get to work on. What is this jazz guy case for?
We found the tomb.
Way to go!
Right?
When I opened
Yeah.
it, two strangers showed
Who is
up.
the jazz guy?
Really? Aren't you in the middle of nowhere?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe they were just out for a walk. In the desert. Nope.
How did they
Doesn't
get there,
work out.
though?
Nancy, what the craziness is happening out there?
No clue.
Excuse me.
It's like I'm the only one here who doesn't know what's really going on. I don't like that feeling.
You get used to it.
Bess,
Well, it certainly feels that way. Maybe it's time to call this one a wrap.
I can't until John's back. I just need to keep my head on straight and try to keep the site in order.
That's exactly like this one part of Revenge of the Desert Queen. So everybody...
Is this going to be an anecdote where someone dies in a cursed tomb?
No,
Okay, continue.
I lied. It was. But I'll just keep it to myself.
Bess, this is not the time or the
I still
place.
think Jamila is hiding something.
What's the story?
She says she's here because of the Anunnaki.
I think our connection is bad because it sounds like you said Anunnaki.
I did.
I still think it might be the phone, but continue.
They're the aliens she's into, but I can't figure out why
She's
she'd
into
be
'em.
here now.
Why don't you ask her?
I would, but there are two questions you'll never get a straight answer to. One is, are you lying?
And the other is, are you crazy?
I say that a lot, don't I?
You do, but to be fair, you do exceed the average person's daily allowance of interaction with crazy and or dishonest people.
Fair.
Jamila seems to be convinced that aliens built the pyramids.
Cool.
She thinks that this site has some sort of significance to aliens, and they'll be returning soon.
What for?
Who knows? The whole idea makes no sense to me.
I know it's unlikely, but I think if aliens ever came to Earth, I think they'd like me.
What? Why?
Why wouldn't
Dogs
they?
love me, kids love me. I just think we'd be pretty simpatico is all.
I can't tell if Jamila's being sincere or not.
It's just like, anyway.
That's my theory, that's fine.
I'm sure they love you.
That's all I wanted to hear. Go with your
See?
instinct, Nancy. You're so good at noticing what people really mean when they speak. Maybe she's saying a little more than she intends to.
See, Nancy, you just gotta be a little supportive sometimes.
Dylan said that he makes his own tour guide credentials.
That does not seem right.
I know.
I'd say push him for info. See if he slips up. He might be a fraud.
It's like when your girlfriend asks you, would you still love me if I were a worm? That's what Bess is trying to say. Like, oh, aliens would love me, right? And she's like, okay, you gotta say yes, aliens would love you. Yes, I would love you if you were a worm. Because chances are, aliens are not gonna come to Earth. And chances are, your girlfriend's not gonna turn into a worm.
Have you heard of the black market for antiquities?
Of course. But why would anyone want to buy a piece of history? Shouldn't that go to a museum?
It should. Too bad not everyone agrees. Bye-bye.
See ya!
Too bad not everybody agrees. Bye. Okay. Okay, maybe this... I think he might be... Mott feels familiar. I think that might be the answer, but I don't know how we're supposed to know that's the answer, you know? Might just have to go with it. Oh, wait. Oh. Women with head... Women... Ostrich feather. Okay. Woman with a vulture headdress. Okay, let's look. Let's go look, because that's how we're supposed to know. Okay. So, she does have a feather. Yep, so it is Mott. Yeah, I know. I just want to try to get it right, though. So I can get the trophy.
Yes?
I found out who is above all the doors in the main antechamber. It's Mott.
Thank you.
All right, let's go.
Ready for the daughters' names now.
Merit Amen, the beloved of Amen.
Got it.
Henatawi, the mistress of two lands.
Okay.
Nebatawi, the lady of two lands. So it seems favoritism isn't a modern invention.
And the children were mentioned in order, from oldest to
That's
youngest.
so
right?
funny.
Yes.
Perfect. Thanks. Can you tell me the
Oh,
names
wait,
of
no.
Nefertari's
Whatever.
sons again?
Oh my, yes, let's see. There's Among her Kepchef, meaning among is with his strong arm. Pa Ray Hair Wenemeth. Ray is with his strong arm. Mary, beloved of Ray. Miriatum, beloved of Atum.
That'd be so cool to have like a whole name, like Jetpack, beloved of two lands.
I'll catch you later.
Bye, dear.
Jetpack, beloved of all dogs. Was it this way?
Hi.
Oh,
I better get going.
Until later.
you remember trying to answer every question from Hotchkiss correctly, but you never got the achievement. Yeah, I don't remember if I've ever tried. It's been a while since I played this one.
Time to use what I've learned about Nefertari's children and hieroglyphs to figure out the order.
Okay. Beloved. Okay, the first one, my notes are trash, but the first one is Amun with his strong arm. So probably this. Feather, a Lego above water. Lego above water. And then the male symbol with his strong arm. Does booby or equal sign mean with? Shit. With sun ray. Wait, no. Strong arm. It's gotta be the arm, right? We found the letter and it said that was mistress. So the mistress of two lands. That was the second to last one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm assuming it goes like that. But assuming we'll make an ass out of you and me. Mistress. Two lands. I don't know how you would say two lands. How are we supposed to know? Strong arm. Are we supposed to infer? Yeah. We're supposed to do sons than daughters. Ray with his strong arm. Or Ra. R-A, I assume. So, ellipse with an arm and a titty. Then, with an arm. I don't see it. Oh, wait. That's not a lip. Is that the right word? I don't even know if that's the right word. For this symbol. Like that. Eye without a pupil. These are tough. Man with hawk heads. No. Okay, I guess I can always start like this. Okay. Beloved of Ray. How do we know what beloved? Can I do this yet? This is tough. Beloved of Ammon. There's an atom. My notes are atrocious. Oh no, there it is. The feather Lego. That was the third from last. Single feather. There's only, oh, there it is. Maybe this means 2. Oopsie doodles. It makes sense because there's only 2. Okay. So this is Ray with his strong arm. Ray is with his strong arm. That is the second one. So bird, titty on a stick, a head. Wait, no. Need to be a male. Bird, titty on a stick, something. Give me, oh, dang. Hope it didn't reset. Bird, titty on a stick, something. But his brother uses this, which also translates with his strong arm. So, what is that? What is this? Looks like a piece of meat almost. So I think that's right. I think number 2 is correct. Okay, Ra, aka Ray, can also be represented by this. Okay, so the circle could also be R-A. So, beloved of Ray. What's the word for beloved, though? I don't know. I think we might have to... I don't think we have the stuff to do this yet. Because I don't know what beloved means. And there are several beloved. Beloved of... I don't know if it's like... we can use context clues. Or... just something I haven't...
Can't check. Haven't done that.
Okay. Well...
Can't haven't done that. Can't check that off. Can't check that off yet.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this isn't something we can do right now. Okay, well, I'm gonna call it here. Because I'm struggling. Inner tomb. But... hang on. What am I doing? Hopefully that's... right? Saved it. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for your help with all the puzzles and such. Yeah, we can figure it out next time. But I appreciate you being here. Have a great night or rest of your day, whatever. Here's our Linktree stuff. We do YouTube, we do Instagram, we do all that stuff. It's fun stuff, but we're gonna raid